Hello. What is up? What is up? It is Friday, which means we're doing more Rogue Trader. And because we have a whole lot of level ups to do, figured we'd hop right into that real quick, get that done before we continue on with this quest, which I completely forgot we had started because we were forced to. So Heinrichs is a traitor because he's a mutant, because he's a traitor, because he's a mutant, because fuck it, I don't know. So, oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, I'm going with Lone Killer here. Has no allies at a 5-cell. Actually, that's like really hard to do. 5-cell radius around. That's actually huge. I actually did not. I did not look at that quite as closely as I should have. That is an absolutely insane radius. I literally don't think that has ever been a thing in any combat ever. So we still have created an opening. The enemy last damage by the assassin suffers the witness of it. What is witness again? I can never remember. Does not have the assassin in its line of sight at the end of the assassin's turn. No. I'm not worrying about that. Lethality heightens. 5 or more direct damage. That's not bad. Immediately regains the AP spent for that attack. Could be really good. Could be really good. Doesn't hit an enemy without hitting the enemy's opening. The assassin gets 14% dodge. That's not that big a deal. Lethality percent chance to deal 5% of target's maximum wounds. I'm gonna mark that real quick because that could be good. 15 lethality. Bonuses gained for each of these effects, but cannot exceed 45. I think we're just gonna do lethality heightens. And then perception for obvious reasons. We scaled pretty damn hard off of perception. For this man, we have no starred abilities, which is awesome. Great. Love to see that. Well, Bulwark is active. What is Bulwark? Which one is that? Oh, it's that one. That actually could be really good, because I actually do use Bulwark quite a bit now. Vanguard has at least one ally in a 2-cell radius. Vanguard gives plus 12% parry. That's also not bad. This could also be good if I want to do extra damage with my people. Next attack made by an ally under the effect of force distraction additionally grants plus 3. Wait, the next attack... Wait, what is this? The next attack made by an ally under the effect of force distraction additionally grants plus 3 MP to that ally. So that allows them to move after attacking, which could be really good. Right? That could be good for positioning. Is affected by any of the Vanguard's abilities. Gain 6% armor for 1 round. I don't actually know how much. Vanguard gets 23% parry against enemies that consider the Vanguard a priority target. That's like a crazy amount. By an ally hits the Vanguard for the first time in a round, that attack does no damage to the Vanguard. This attack is a burst attack. This applies to each successful hit in the burst. That could be good. Vanguard's ally in a 2-cell radius around them is hit. The Vanguard grants that ally plus 4 temporary wounds. Yeah. I think I'm going to go with unflinching here. Because he does tend to take a lot of, He does tend to take a lot of random hits from people. So, and then we do what? Do we do strength? What was I getting that last time? Weapon skill? It's literally just strength, right? It's strength and toughness. That's all I care about. So I could boost strength again there. And then we could do toughness. And then we're just down 1. Okay, that's fine. I think getting strength here is good. You. That's fine. And then what do we do for you? Ballistic skill? I think that's fine. You, what do you do? Okay, we got something that can trigger Aftershock last time, right? I think this... Yeah. Okay. We have that, and then we have... We already have our willpower basically maxed. We could just boost perception more. Wait, but intelligence actually boosts her ability to do things with operative. So I think I'm actually going to start boosting intelligence for her. It also boosts her lore warp, which is good for us. What do we get? Execute 5% more damage to a target for each type of damage over time effect. That's good. We have a bunch of ways. Hello, Philemon! How are you doing today? Damage over time. Increased by 7% for every -10 penalty to armor suffered by the target from any source. Wait. That's actually huge. Execute uses reckless abandon in the previous round, and by the start of their turn, they still have temporary. They're healed for 28. Single instance of damage from any of the 10% of the enemy's maximum wounds. That enemy gains +1 stack of fatigued. I think I want this one. Right? This is like incredibly strong. Wait, Medicaid is based on weapon skill? Fucking what? That is wild. Well, let's keep boosting it. All right, Olfar, what do you got? First single target ability used by an ally on the Arch Militant grants +1 action point to that ally. Ah, okay. I'm gonna take this. Because I'm constantly out of AP on this guy, like just infinitely out of action points. Wait, what? The Imperial Army? Wait, which Imperial Army? We talking Warhammer Imperial Army? Are we talking Star Wars Imperial Army? Are we talking 1940s Japan Imperial Army? Like what Imperial Army are we talking here? I was boosting his agility before. That's actually fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with boosting his agility. Has a fucking 115% chance to dodge. Okay, so those of you who forgot what was going on, why is Solomorn down here? What the fuck? We are currently dealing with traitors in our midst. Specifically the fire brigade. The people that have been putting out the fires have actually been the people starting the fires. Heinrichs is a mutant and a traitor. Not Heinrichs. What's his name? Heinrichs is my Inquisitor companion. What's the fire brigade man's name? Whatever his name is. He's a traitor and he needs to die. Oh, wait. Everybody's here. The hell's going on? Vizier of the Bloodspun Web. The figure of the Vizier stoops under the weight of his battle garb. His bony fingers tremble as they scoop blood from the bowl and begin tracing the symbols of war on his withered face. Without breaking the ritual, he addresses the emptiness. Thread after thread, death after death, the giver of life wove his path. Yes, I have heard. Twice did he find himself caught between undeath and unlife. And twice did the Undying One reject him, for the time had not yet come. His shriveled face turns to you. His lips quiver in joyous anticipation. Once again, the tenets of the web lead us Led us along the thread of righteous struggle. The foe, the flagship's tormentor, until now unseen, has showed its face at last. My blades have left their sheaths, and duty commands them to slake their thirst with monstrous blood. Yeah, what is my retinue doing here? An omen, a scarlet whisperer, bled into the web of prophecy. The foe longed to slaughter those alone in their chambers, but they were too late. The spitters had already led your chosen few to our abode along a hidden thread. A surprisingly sensible plan. I expected something less judicious and more bloodthirsty. That sudden invasion could have cost your people their lives. They were fortunate that I was up late reading and recognized the garments of the blood-spun web in the lumen's light. Please, knock on the door next time. First Spitter, how dare you? I am a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas. My place is in the thick of battle, not in some hidden sanctuary. I'll give credit for assisting a representative of the Adeptus Mechanicus and raise the status of the Cult of the Bloodspun Web on the list of benevolent organizations. Well, I know since one of the cults is coming, I thought your sect had finally shown its true colors and had started assassinating the crew. You're officially cleared of suspicion. I don't remember the chapter. Bad with names. Wait, are you talking about... He's an angel? What? I don't know. All I know about Warhammer is what this is. What I have learned in this game. I don't know anything else about Warhammer. They call him an angel. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know anything about an angel. But yeah, you are officially cleared of suspicion, but in regard to this incident only. The spinner who brought me here is severely wounded. Do whatever it takes to keep him alive. This is also the desire of the Undying One. He has not whispered the name of young Georic, so we may heal him. Whom are you planning to fight? What is happening on the ship? Violence and turmoil, a mutiny of twisted souls. The traitors speak in a false voice over the Vox. They speak of enforcers and officers who sought to slay their Lord Captain, but seek they did not. It was the murk-wreathed abominations who threatened the Domin. The flagship is split. Those loyal to the true Domin are fighting those who believe the twisted lie. The faithful are shaken, and the unclean press on, claiming the bays one by one. They are taking over our home with the hands of the deceived and the lonely. Ultramarine guy once says his chapter is known to be lacking in resolve, but then he proves he's the best guy ever in every short, showing miracles, mercies, pretty much unheard of. Huh. Yeah, mercy is not something that's, loses his arm in one short, defending the said Ultramarine. Then he gets respected. Yep. Yep, that's all new to me. I don't know nothing about that. He's amazing. I will take your word for it. Yeah, I'm kind of... I wouldn't mind doing, like, a lore deep dive into Warhammer once I finish this game. But I am enjoying not knowing much about the universe and, like, learning it as I go. So I have experienced very little beyond what is in this game. The Vizier nods at the emptiness behind you. Yes, it is time he learned about the Ravenous Star. It's cool 3D shorts. That's cool. Hell yeah. I know there's a lot of really cool Warhammer stuff on YouTube. Animated? Yeah. About the beasts that appear as men, their malignant flesh imbued with Xenos filth. Long has the foe lurked, pouring its lies into the minds and veins of the disparaged. The dawns and dusks of generations followed upon one another, spawning veiled abominations, until the Holy Lord of the Ark stirred the profane lair of iniquity. The war emerged from the shadows in the chamber where the living honor death over the ashes, and then spilled forth. The sacred Ark is nearing its ruin, but our lot is not yet cast, your servants not yet broken. The Undying One awaits your deeds to cover you in glory. If you knew about the cult all this time, why didn't you tell anyone? Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. If you knew about the toads, this one. We did not know who our foe is. There was only the appalling shadow upon the bulkheads. The divinations were silent, and no answer was read. But the signs changed when the corruption assailed your flagship. The Undying One bid us bare our blades, and among the deaths of the wicked, answers rang out. At once I sent his spinners to those on the lower bays. They should not fall into the foe's hands. Others became guides for your chosen few. But I killed the cult's leader with my own hands. One sees now that this was but a pawn ushered into place merely to deflect the falling sword. The player knew the game was forfeit and thus made a trade. A few of their tribes sent to the slaughter so that they might sell the lie that the foe was dead. They called the true master the Sire. It which spawned the cult, a vessel of Xeno heresy, a fierce yet cunning predator that twists their minds into a single knot with only its will. That knot must be severed. This is the worst scenario imaginable. At this time, your ship has been carrying the very progenitor of the Gene Stealer Cell, a Xenos of immense psychic and physical strength who has total control over the cultists. It must be destroyed. This is no longer a question of our own safety, but rather the continued existence of the Expanse as a whole. Are you going into battle yourself? You're a little old for that, are you not? The decrepit old man looks pensive as he twirls a dagger, making it dance between his fingers. An old blade, if hardened well and honed with care, does not lose its sharpness, Domentary. I smell no reason to worry about this one's head staying on his shoulders. His bearing tells me all. This worn body belies the spirit of a mighty warrior, the kind who stands tall in the midst of battle, knee-deep in blood and with a grim prayer on his lips. Yeah, you are surprisingly well informed. This man, blind and wretched, knows nothing, but he knows all. He points a knotted finger at the majestic statue. He reveals the truth to this unworthy speck, warns him through divinations, and the spinners who dance upon the threads help him grasp the visions. Alright, we have many lives to take today. The Death Spitter mends the wounds of the breathing with a bloody thread. A horde of predators hunts you, Lord of the Ark. Here in the dark tunnels, the faithful stand in their way, but death is whispering for them, and they will not last long. Couldn't find it. That's how it goes, dude. Whenever you try to find something that you're like, oh man, I saw this 1,000 times. And then you go to look for it and it's gone. Also tired and not on my PC. 12 hours of modding broke me, for sure. That'll do it. 12 hours working on any single thing, that would drive me insane. I can't do that. I have to bounce between things if I'm trying to work on stuff. Go back to your people, Domentary, for it is difficult for them to die without your voice. The Voxmaster's pleas still echo through the bays, and the muzzles still bark. The spinners say that the Enforcer's post has not yet fallen. The end is not now. May the tenets of the web guide your blade, Domentary. Be swift. So what does this do? If warned by death, the cult assassin, when the wearer gains a stack of bloodlust, they also gain 20 toughness for 2 rounds. Does not stack. Might buy Rogue Trainer though, only if I get a good deal. Hell yeah. Alright, so what is she wearing right now? Oh, fuck. It's literally just a flat out upgrade. Oh, you retracted messages over here? Oh, I see how it is. A spinner, his face covered in blood, or covered in carved bleeding glyphs, makes a respectful gesture of invitation. Let me show you the way, Dummin. Alright. Should I grab Argenta? We're only double her level right now. Oh. I was not expecting this. Who the fuck are the good guys? I did not save. Oh. Wait, what the fuck? Generous Denrock puts down the rifle and dabs his forehead with his silky handkerchief before shoving it onto the tight band of the ammunition belt across his chest. His gilded frock coat is overlaid with a bullet-riddled and melted flak vest that barely fits around his voluminous waist. Behind him, a motley band of enforcers, armed clerks, and laborers greet you with enthusiastic shouts. A group of captives, silent and dejected, sits a short distance away. I'm delighted to see you in good health, your lordship. I'm afraid my report on the inspection of the ship's storehouses will be slightly delayed due to extraordinary circumstances. The enforcers reported that you had been sighted in this compartment. And I humbly believed it was my duty to head for the freight line with this very modest army. Would you kindly move a little to the right, your lordship? I probably am weird in that I prefer a setting where I'm more doing chapter-related stuff. Wait, what do you mean chapter-related stuff? Maybe you can do cool stuff in this game? You can do some cool stuff in this game. Much obliged. Not bad, Coffer Keeper. I wouldn't have thought there was such a taste for bloodshed in your heart. I approve of your vigor. After being praised by the angel of the Emperor himself, I simply must end no fewer than a dozen mutineers myself. We have a kitten. I think you can be a space marine using mods. Oh, I'm sure you can. Just was Googling something. Oh, you're good. Why? Hi. Sorry, we're taking a kitty cuddle break. Hi, go ahead. Okay. That's what they're doing. That's their fucking... Okay, I was listening to the thing on the PA system. So basically, they're lying. They're saying that I'm up in the... So one of the lady voices like, Lord Captain, help! We need help. And then the guy's like, the Lord Captain is on the bridge. Everything's fine. There's an imposter pretending to be him. Kill that guy. Okay. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing? Yeah. You want some attention? You want some head pets? You want some pets? Pets, 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 pets. Pets, 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 pets. Hi. All right. I gotta sit up. All right. We have a kitten. I have a kitten. I have a kitten, and I'm not putting him down. He's mine forever. Oh, actually, I have a thing that could be fairly important. I might be moving soon. I started looking around in my area, trying to find places that I would actually own instead of renting. Yeah. So I was looking for a place to move. A plot of land that was partially developed. And I found one. It has a pad for a trailer. And it is, Jesus. You're just like not doing too well with these new shorts of mine, huh? Wait, what? I take the inspection did not go well. But yeah, so I might be moving soon. I found a place, and I also found a trailer online that, like, not like a used one or anything like that, but like, there are, you know, you can literally just go to a website and look through, trailers, because they're pre-built homes, basically. And you can literally just pick it out like you would pick out, you know, thing of clothes or whatever, right? And they all have different sizes and stuff. But yeah, I might be moving. All right, but I need you to scooch. You getting down that way? All right, you're getting down that way. All right. Okay, so back to the game. The factotum looses the traps of his slack vest slightly and gives a satisfied groan. It was going splendidly until we were rudely interrupted by the traitor's mutants. I'm afraid I've temporarily had to requisition weapons and uniforms for myself and my militia, but do not worry, every spent bullet will be accounted for and added to the unplanned extermination of heretics column in the ledger. Did not expect you to be so skilled with a rifle. I am flattered, your lordship. I can assure you that smiting heretics is no more difficult than shooting up serfs at my aunt's birthday party. What? In fact, fighting an armed opponent may even add a certain spice. See that all the crew's clans are working together to retake my vessel. You are indeed correct, your lordship. Serfs, enforcers, officers, tech priests, and tunnel rats have all united in their fight against the rebellious scum. The only ones missing are the Inferni. It seems they were the backbone of this mutiny, and they strangled all those who were not privy to their dastardly plan. Danrock glances at the wounded prisoners, yet, as you can see, our enemies also include those who swore an oath to you not so long ago, crew members who fell for the rebel propaganda. It is your choice whether to sentence them yourself or to leave the execution to me after you have departed on your business. This seems like a bad idea, but fuck it. Emperor, hereby vow I will continue to spill my blood and not stop to heal my wounds until the corruption that has befouled my ship is destroyed. Danrock and your loyal servants freeze in reverent silence. Seldom do they have the opportunity to witness the rogue trader swear a sacred vow to the god emperor. How bad is the situation? Quite bad, but it could have been far worse if it were not for Mistress Sourbeck's paranoia and insufferable temper. As you well know, she has a nasty habit of expecting betrayal from everyone except your lordship. She had therefore taken care to draw up special protocols for all sorts of mutiny, and had stationed agents on every deck. When the riot began, these agents took out many of the seditious officers and mounted a defense. In addition, I have been informed of at least 3 cases in which the officers inciting the enforcers to mutiny were shot by Jocasta's personal aides. It looks like she had already been keeping an eye on her least reliable subordinates. I should give the Emperor a candle in gratitude for making her such a suspicious hag. Thanks to your order to put the enforcers on high alert, the traitors were unable to take them by surprise. I watched them take back the bays in full assault gear, sparing neither themselves nor their enemies. It was a wise decision indeed. What do you intend to do next? Why, I intend to die for you, lordship. Every member of the militia, from burly enforcer to puny clerk, nods in somber agreement with the high factotum. But I must admit, we are quite exhausted from fighting our way here, and we are not really suited to being an assault squad. I think your lordship should head for the enforcer's post. You'll be safer there. Meanwhile, we will take a breather and smoke a few more dozen heretics out of their holes. God Emperor willing, I will not have to die a glorious death with your name on my lips, after all, and will instead begin auditing the damage the ship has suffered, as well as the losses among the crew. It is a routine procedure, one in which I have become quite proficient. What is this? Hear my vow. Cannot heal or be healed with any medical consumables. All characteristics are increased by 5. He made a vow to the Emperor that he will not stop to tend to his wounds until the ship is purged of heresy. Aha! Apparently you can use heavy armor. Real Space Marines have more organs, modified body, but you can kind of go hybrid heavy armor, Space Marine style. You can get power armor. So Abelard actually wears power armor. A group of shackled commoners are huddled together on their knees. They wear no armor, just filthy rags and tattered coveralls. Some hide their gaze, while others sob quietly or mutter prayers. Only one woman, swarthy and heavily built, glares at you. She is trying to appear proud and fearless, but her lip is trembling. What are you waiting for? Just end us and be done with it. Isn't that what tyrants do? Fairly influential, so it's more of a political influence position. Kind of? Are you from the cult of the Ravenous Star? Cult? That's what you call our liberators. To you, anyone who fights the oppressors is a heretic. So I'm a tyrant, huh? Tyrant, oppressor, butcher, choose whichever one you like. Who put you up to this? Apparently, I read that. Obviously, a Space Marine doesn't have much political say. They can only speak for their order. This is true. But they do actually have a good as far as I'm aware, like basically from how people have reacted to the in-story Space Marines, Space Marines do have quite a bit of authority, but they're like a military position, right? They have authority, but they can be, you can pull rank on them. What exactly is a rogue trader? Basically they're like a medieval lord, but instead of like having like a fiefdom, they have like an entire section of space that they basically are in charge of protecting and dealing with. You leave that alone. You leave that alone. The Liberators are true heroes. When the fiery death rained down on our slums, not one of your enforcers lifted a finger to save us. But the Inferni went out of their way to pull children out from under the rubble, mend wounds, and comfort widows. They opened our eyes. They said that we no longer need to endure beatings, fight over crumbs of food, or die after you have worked us to the bone. That people can live as equals. take care of one another, and have dignity. This is what they are fighting for. You profit from keeping us in poverty, and your faith is false. Why would the Emperor want his believers to suffer in vain? Even the ship's confessor renounced the false covenants and went on to raise the folk hero Nemesite, and you killed both of them. Kind of royalty, still human, so more free than most. Yep, pretty much. The Infernus Guild set up the very disaster that killed your children, your husbands, and wives. They are using you. The woman fixes her gaze on you as if searching your face for signs of deception. Then she turns pale, and a single tear rolls down her cheek. Set up the disaster? But how? You will atone with your blood or perish this instant. The choice is yours. Forgive us, Lord Captain. We won't forget your mercy. Give us weapons and a round of ammunition, and send us forward. The bastards will answer for everything. Even death is kinder than false hope. All right. Well, there we go. We did a thing. All right. And then we have loot down here. Shop smells of burnt meat and scorched hair. The counter mercifully hides the source of the odor. Hopefully a good sale soon. Is co-op in this any good? I did not even know that there was co-op until like a week ago. The shopkeeper tried to rescue his wares. Scraps of brain matter and caked blood on the counter tell of the tragic conclusion to his efforts. Yeah, I have no idea how this works. Oh, for fuck's sake.
The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I?
Oh, hello. Don't care, never using it. Literally never using a rock saw. Why do they gotta be two-handed weapons? There's full co-op, yeah. I know that it exists. I have no idea what it's like. His lordship is alive! We're here. We're holding on. Glory to the House von Valancius. The route control console stares dispassionately at the carnage unfolding on the tracks. The sounds of an approaching train ring in the distance. With a single command, you can divert the train and send it straight into the thick of the battle, ending the lives of both the Xeno spawn and your subjects. Your guy isn't very melee. I'm sure you can make melee good with some. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, hell, Abelard is a melee character, and he's like one of my strongest characters. I mean, hell. Like, single target, I think melee is probably better. Just because of how many different how many extra attacks you can get as a melee versus a ranged character, a sniper character specifically. The starling voice of one of the defenders sounds familiar. It's Captain Klein. One of the enforcers who assisted the Master at Arms investigation on the officer's deck. Lead the console and rush in to save your people. I am an iconoclast. The console silently observes your heroism, its lumens blinking with indifference. Risky, but absolutely not. Yeah. Alright, so what do we got? We got Aberrant, Abominable King. Oh, interesting. Okay. Got a fuck ton of toughness, though. Alright, get her up here. Ulfar. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, he just doesn't get the buffs then. Right? What is this? All allies gain immunity, enforcement. Oh, okay.
You jest, surely.
Wait, what? I didn't put that there. Who put that there? Why was I able to do that? Whatever.
Tell me, and it is done.
Oh, I did give it to Indira. Fuck. Or, Cabela, I should say. All right. Mainly from the lore events I saw is extremely initiative based, even heavy armored dudes sprinting and going berserk. Yep.
Watch my back. I want a medal for that one.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. What are we fighting? We're fighting mutants. Wait, what do you mean I don't have a line of sight to the target? What? Whatever. All right. I think both of these. Save civilians or just fight some bad guys? So we're trying to save as many of the crew members as I can. It's obviously not going to be... No, he's still alive? Where's the deer again? You.
That is not my destiny.
It's got the one left.
Aim for the heart next time.
Yep. What difficulty are you on? I am playing on unfair. I am playing on unfair. Oh, there's people up here still. I completely forgot about these guys. What?
Give this task to someone lesser.
I've heard unfair and this is doable though, compared to rats. Don't know if true. Well, I mean, you saw me like absolutely demolish a good chunk of the enemies. Wait, why? The viscous reagent.
Do not believe the traitor's books, Cast. The mutineers have captured the bridge and are feeding you lies. The Lord Captain is not with them. They are.
Ah, okay.
Do not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
Oh, that's why. All right.
The senior officers, aided by the enforcers, have made an attempt on the road trader's life.
All right, Abelard, I need you to run up and I need you to just beat the fuck out of this guy.
Operating aboard the ship. Protect the true Lord Captain and eliminate the pretender along with I'll take care of this.
There we go. Yeah, so I started playing this playthrough on normal difficulty, and I played on normal until probably about halfway through chapter 3. And then I bumped it from normal. Oh, hey, that was an achievement. I didn't even realize. I went from normal to hard to core to unfair. Wretched scum, I fought worse than you on Dark Goddess. With a look of disgust, the enforcer in the protective mask grinds his boot into a lump of mutant flesh. With the sound of his voice, you recognize him as Captain Klein, the man who performed the autopsy on the mutant during the investigation. I thank your lordship for the timely assistance. I thought it was my fate to go down an aberration's gullet, like poor Ginevri, but the Emperor had other plans for me. Ginevri's dead? She sacrificed herself, covering our Sally from the upper decks. She wanted to tell me something before it happened, something important. I could see it in her eyes, but she didn't get the chance. Now I will never know. That's unfortunate. How'd you end up in this compartment? Mr. Sourbeck sent my squad and me to the freight line to take charge of the situation. She heard that you had been spotted here and wanted us to lend you support. Give me a situation report. The Enforcer post has been lost and is swarming with mutants. Alas, the only ways to the upper decks lie either through the post or through the transport tunnels, but there are enemies there as well. It's hard for me to judge anything in this game. Yeah, that's fair. Because, like, it would basically be like coming into Wrath at Aleutian Ira and being like, well, your builds seem to be doing very well. Yeah, I would definitely recommend, because it is very different from Wrath and Kingmaker. I would say that it is quite a bit easier overall. I believe I have lost a total of 2 fights in the entire game. Like, out of the entire first 4 chapters, I have lost 2 fights. And that's it. How did the mutineers manage to take over the post? By treason, Captain Francois ordered the enforcers to leave the outpost and led them into a tunnel under the pretext of suppressing a mutiny. As soon as they reached it, however, he began spreading propaganda in an effort to stir up irreverence among the soldiers. He urged them to join the mutiny and eliminate the senior officers. I arrived just in time to execute the traitor Francois and reclaim control. I ordered the squad to return to the post to take up a defensive position, but it was already overrun by mutants entering through the elevator shaft. They lured us out and then seized our fortifications. Sounds like a walk in the park. I mean, like, it is, like I said, this game is easy. Combat wise. I did not lose until I went to unfair, and the first fight that I lost on unfair was a fight that as far as I could tell, you're not supposed to fucking fight. It's like one of those where it's like, you know how strong this guy is. He's been chill with you this entire time. He saved your life at least twice. Let's not try and kill him. And then one of the options is to try and kill him. Why? Yeah, that is on. I'm sorry, it's getting very warm in this fucking bedroom. It's like getting distractingly warm. What kind of propaganda was Francois spreading? Give me a second. I'm gonna open up the door, because I think outside is like out in the main part of my trailer is probably maybe not by much. Okay. Let's fuck around with this. I think it might finally be time to use the fan again. Been a while. I have not used this thing last summer. Might be time. Okay, we're gonna try. So Playful Darkness out of nowhere? Kind of. But a Playful Darkness that, like, has been helping you and has been friendly to you thus far throughout the game. He claimed that the enforcers were being pressured into oppressing their fellow crewmen for the benefit of their greedy superiors. He called for a change of order, including reprisals and penance for anyone who had participated in the crimes. Ugh. of the ship's rotten hierarchy. As far as I knew Francois, those speeches were completely out of character. I agree, Lord Captain. We found a bite mark on his body, one that we've seen before. I suspect he was compromised against his will. We will take back the post. Emperor, protect you, Lord Captain. We will cover the rear if the enemy comes out of the tunnels. Be careful. The mutants have mined the guard post. But there's something they don't know. Or they didn't know. Klein squints nastily. Hands you a small copper rod with a connector. Combat could break this for me or be fun. It's so hard for me to judge. I might just prefer real time with pause and being able to go between turn-based and that. Yeah. But like, so far, the fight, so the combat in this game, yes, it is forced turn-based. And it is grid turn-based, right? It's not even like free movement turn-based. But that actually does clear up some of the bullshit that can happen in Wrath or Kingmaker, right? Where it's like, what do you mean? I moved an extra, like, 1/10 of a millimeter, and I just lost my entire action, right? That doesn't happen in this. And it can happen even in turn-based, right? This is Francois' data key that activates the Eclipse protocol. The trade control node is vulnerable. If something were to anger or confuse the machine spirits, it could easily lead to a catastrophic accident. A trainload of crashing shells, for instance, or worse. That's why there are tech priest creations embedded in the walls. They are potent enough to rip the power out of any device. What? Insert the data key into the cogitator by the entrance, and the post will be hit with a devastating pulse that is lethal to machine spirits. It will burn out the detonators and turn mines into harmless chunks of Physaline stuffed iron. Alrighty. Yeah, we lost 2 whole people against all of these fucking giant-ass mutants? Hell yeah. Pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Lord Captain, we believe that you are alive and we need you wherever you are. We urge you not to trust anyone. There are traitors everywhere, but enforcers and officers are still loyal to you. We are
Wait.
still loyal to you.
Oh, shit. I missed this. Hooray! More stuff. Oh, I missed it because I had to. I didn't have a choice. Because I was pulled into the fight.
Know your duty. Every enforcer or officer you see is your enemy. It falls to you now, the only true subjects of the dynasty.
Oh, wait. The unarmed workers tried unsuccessfully to shield themselves and their loved ones from the bullets. There are no traces of mutation on their bodies, just bullet holes and enforcer boot prints. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well done.
Capture the bridge and are feeding you lies. The Lord Captain is not with them. They are not human. Do not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
I hate it. All right, so what do? We get that. Oh, we lose that. Calcazar accepts the rod and draws it in. The vid screen flashes a torrent of lingua tectis, confirming the protocol's activation. And you hear a growing hum from beneath the door. Then, amid the crescendo of noise, the vid screen suddenly turns black and singes you with a burst of sparks. All right, what do you got? A data key that opens a vault containing service equipment. Ooh, hello. All right, so let's go back down here. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, so what is this? Industrial Physaline. Oh, okay. The Harvester. The woman before you radiates an alien beauty. The bony crest of her forehead, the violet tint of her skin, and the graceful clawed fingers give away her Xenos heritage. Her robes resemble those of the old mutant you put to death in the family crypt, and her posture is regal and powerful. Sapphire light oozes from beneath the half-lowered eyelids, and a haughty smirk stretches her lips. Biting whispers burst through your head, digging into your mind and probing your thoughts, tasting them. The woman does not move her lips, but you hear a voice speak. You fight in vain, genetic remnant. We have already won. The Sire's song echoes in the dreams of those who are pure. The rest are destined for oblivion. The Sire's sorrowful phalanx is extended, and soon the others will follow. Whatever you plan to attempt, it matters no more. The whispers sink their fangs into your most painful memory as into an exposed nerve, while the canker in your soul echoes ominously in response. Through the woman standing before you, something is staring at you, something you have seen only in your darkest dreams. You are touched by corruption. You know that your doom is nigh, cursed soul. Who are you? The teeth of the mental whispers in your head become sharper. They scratch at your will and nibble on your intellect, eager to expose its secrets. The woman's voice is full of overbearing self-righteousness. Speak, impure one. Speak all you want, and I will end this battle before it even begins. Who are you? Are you fucking kidding? I quit. I am the Harvester, Magus, guardian of the pure, she who hears his songs. I am the priestess of the immortal angel, our sire. I am the one who knows and understands. Tell the previous mages. Did you know each other? One's voice is indifferent. He was wise but old, a child of a different season. While it was his time, the congregation honored him, and then his time passed, and he went with it. He sacrificed himself, gave himself up to the heretics to be torn apart. We praise his devotion, but we are of a different generation. We were born for the reaping. Our ascension is assured. Where's your sire? The singing angel is where you used to dwell, impure one. From his rightful seat, he leads us to the many-armed emperor. The sire is a child of the many-armed emperor, blood of his blood, a covenant gifted to us. His song binds us in sacred unity. He is goodness, survival, and promise. I believe you can take over my ship. Year after year, for centuries, we sowed the seeds of the sire's genetic perfection on this ark. Those seeds have now sprouted, and the change of generations has produced sufficient purebreds. The sowing season is over, the reaping season has come. A murderous laugh cuts blade-like between your frontal lobes. The sire senses your weakness. Your trials and hardships have exhausted you. You are but prey for our mighty creator. You are already dead. Purge the Xenos! Children of the reaping, kill the heretics. Glory to the sire. Ma! Oh no, we got ambushed. I go first anyway, because fuck you. Right, where's Zadira? There you are. Oh, really? Well, let's just wipe her out, huh? And then immediately get another one. That's fucking insane. I have nobody else.
So sure.
She slaughtered everybody that was in her line of sight.
But a poison.
Magic seems a bit nuts at this. So she's kind of broken. Adira is like one of the most broken characters that I have. Like, if we just look at her stats right now. Right? Like, this is actually insane. If we look at my stats, right? This is my character. Hell, even Ulfar, right? Ulfar is like statted like crazy. But she just gets so many buffs to her shit. That it's just not even fair. So is it literally just no? Okay, so we have a couple of others here.
Trust me. Death is a blessing.
All right, that should be. Oh fuck! There's another guy over here. Oh hey, and by the way, Philemon, this is her actual first turn. Everything that she's done so far, that hasn't actually been her turn. Yeah, she was just getting extra turns because I have multiple ways to give people extra turns. I can. Ooh, what are you? Improved Weber. Kitten, why is it terrible? Why is it garbage? Why is it bad? I don't care about Webers. These are terrible fucking... Be gone with you. Okay, so it's literally just this. Free turns when you can one-shot multiple people. Yep. The Vox machine belches out a shower of sparks and wheezes in agony. Although crippled by the pulse that kills machine spirits, it continues to extract the ghosts of other people's voices from the ether. To all who remain loyal to the dynasty, this is the Lord Captain speaking. I'm still alive and continuing the fight against the mutineers. Vigdis's voice cuts through the barrage of white noise. Lord Captain, God Emperor be praised. Does Mistress Celeste still accompany you? You can't get rid of me that easily, Vigdis. I'm fine. Acknowledged. Describe the situation. Mistress Sourbeck and the enforcers are defending the officers' deck. I am also here coordinating the loyalist forcers. The key compartments are holding, but we have not been able to turn the tide of battle just yet. The bridge has been overrun by the enemy. The master helmsman's fate is unknown. Why has the bridge not been taken back? Judging by the density of the defenses, it is where the rebel leader is holed up. Mr. Sourbeck has launched 3 assaults, so far without success. We are taking control of the elevator shaft to launch another attack, but the platform has been destroyed, and the emergency elevator can only accommodate a small force. Excellent. I shall crush the enemies of humanity and purge the evil from the... Not that one. From this ship. Understood. May the God Emperor protect you, Lord Captain. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
The divine watches over us.
There should be an undamaged Vox station. So, oh yeah, that's literally what we just did. No, we're not doing that. Purge the heretics, purge the unclean, destroy and wipe out the enemies of humanity.
Believe that you are alive, and we need you. Wherever you are, we urge you not to trust
An exact copy of you sits on the throne. A sinister double crawled into this reality from behind the looking glass. His gaze meets yours, and the world expands sharply, crushing you with an overwhelming sense of your own insignificance. From somewhere far away, across millions of light years, a god is looking at you through those eyes. He sees you, and he is hungry. Insatiably, unquenchably so. Something starts scratching at the walls of your mind, making you ill. You hear stifled groans behind you. Even standing near this entity is torturous for anyone who possesses psychic powers. Master Helmsman Ravor, you are snapped out of your stupor by Ravor's harsh bellow. Copied the wrong person. They should have copied her magic girl. Yeah. But she doesn't. This is the problem, though. Adira is strong in combat, but she has literally 0 authority. Not one step further, Void Scum. I sentence you to death for endangering the Lord Captain's safety. Master Helmsman, are you out of your mind? The rogue trader stands before you. Step aside before I shoot you for treason and insubordination. No, Abelard, the rogue trader sits upon the throne, and you dare drag this reactor sludge onto the bridge? You must have grown senile in your old age, Seneschal. And if you cannot even distinguish his lordship from an imposter. I am the authority. This is true. Ravor shakes his head, a trickle of blood running from his ear. Adira doubles over, attempting to shield herself from your doppelganger with both arms. It has latched onto him, grinding his thoughts like a millstone. What is this monster? Don't look! Don't look! It's the Master Helmsman's duty never to deviate from the charted route. You have veered a far off course, Ravor. Your hand should be holding the wheel, not pointing weapon at your Lord Captain. This simple truth, known to any and all Voidsmen, causes something in Ravor's mind to click. I have veered off? Blast me in the back with plasma torpedoes. Who's watching the readings? And why am I aiming this thing at Lord Captain? But if it's you, then who's sitting on the throne? It's powered down, so I'm silly. I swear these things make me... It's all good, dude. It's all good, dude. Ravor turns toward the imposter and recoils with a shout of terror. He reaches for his pistol, but blood begins gushing from his ears, and he collapses to the floor. Oh. Your doppelganger remains seated and motionless on the throne, but his posture betrays the tension of a predator ready to pounce. He catches your gaze, and the vessel of your soul overflows with a cascade of images and feelings. You hear a song, a chorus of countless whispers that weave a tantalizing melody. You feel a unity with something great and beautiful. It is bigger than you, bigger than this ship and everyone on it. I'm gonna try it. We failed a 70%. Maybe we can nail a 35%. Fuck. Your twin leers back with razor-sharp teeth. His grin rips open your mind, and a primal dread slithers in through the gap. It is a terror woven into the genes of every living thing, the paralyzing fear of the natural predator of one species. There's nothing human in the smile emanating from that face you know so well. Get off my throne. Okay. I get it. I was not expecting an actual audible growl. A rumbling growl shudders through every nerve ending in your body. It is the roar of a beast defending its territory. The throne is no longer yours. It was never yours in the first place. What are you? The whispers grow stronger, conjuring visions of strange worlds inhabited by unthinkable creatures. Or is it a single creature? It has unity, meaning, purpose. Stop eating my fucking microphone stand. Meh. It has unity, meaning, purpose, and perfection. It is magnificent, and next to it, you are nothing. Abelard, there's a vile creature sitting on my throne. Get rid of it. The seneschal adjusts his grip on his weapon and growls. Only one man may sit on the throne of the Rogue Trader, and that is Terry von Valancius. Wretched pretenders, craven Xenos, enemies of humanity, their only rightful place is in a pool of blood at the Lord of the Dynasty's feet. The bridge shudders as a crushing roar billows across it. Behind the facade of that leering face, you glimpse the monstrous shadow. The shadow in the void that wants only to devour you. Excuse me?
The holy Xenosize is its own reward.
I hate that voice. Critical hit chance is increased by 2 times agi bonus %. Each critical hit inflicts the terrified effect on the target for 3 rounds. Thank you. I got you. Natural armor. Oh, he's actually within the warp relay right now. That's funny. Alright, so we got powerful leap, jumps toward the target, and upon landing makes a powerful area attack with its claws, dealing damage to all adjacent enemies. I shall not be terrified. I will not be... Ugh. The only thing I'm terrified is the knives on this little bastard. God damn. You being a good boy. I got distracted. Okay. Mind control. Willpower resistance test with -40 penalty. On a failed test, that target is forced to fight against his allies for 2 rounds. Can only be used against the target suffering the terrified effect. Ah, so he's got to hit and then he can do that. Got it. Scores a critical hit, reduces the target's armor by perception, bonus % for 1 round. Attacks an enemy for the first time in combat. That enemy has perception. Failed the coordinated trap. Effect is inflicted. What is coordinated trap? Attacker's perception % more damage. Ugh. Combat Master. Hall of the Void. Ah, that's how he keeps himself from dying. Natural armor, shadow in the void. Whenever an enemy moves into the Cyrus melee range or starts to turn adjacent to him, that enemy with willpower or suffer 10 to 25. Okay. Bye. Okay. Wait, why can't he move? Oh, because he'd be... Okay, got it. I think that's fine. All right, so we're gonna do this.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Adira.
Problem? I've got a prize.
Interesting.
On it.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. And then we just do this again, right? Okay. They subscribe to the others? No! Adira smash! All right. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, that's right, because she has a billion fucking intelligence. So she just gives 8 fucking exploits. $15 plus exploit removed times 6. So 8 times 6 is 36, 42, 48, right? 8 times 6. Yeah, 8 times 6 is 48. So 58, 63% reduced for dodge, parry, and armor. I like this. I like this idea. Bye-bye defenses. Oh, look at that shit. Wait, the dodge is still 81. Jesus. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so he dies the instant it's his turn. Oh shit, I never even saw this guy. Wait, what? How did he... Wait, how did he just not take any damage from the fire? Excuse me? Whatever. Fucking garbage.
A dance of blades and shadows. I shall. As honor or day come, the other side awaits. As the tenants demand. I cannot serve you in this way.
Oh, that guy's still there. What do you mean it's too far away? I hate... Whatever. She sucks anyway. You literally never get another turn. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, so the bird's dead, but that's fine. The bird has taken... The bird has done its job. Okay. What we got? We got you. We got a Gene Stealer back here. I should probably kill the Gene Stealer. Okay, cool. Who do I give this to, though? I could, so... Like how this guy locks his health to stop you from one rounding up? Yeah, he's already locked. I could give it to Abelard. I could give it to Ulfar. Could give it to Ulfar. Wait, if I give it to Ulfar, what does he... Oh, no, wait, this doesn't give him a turn. Okay, who all have I used my ultimates on? Terry's used his ultimate. Indira's used her ultimate. Jai's used her ultimate. Abelard has not. Gabella has not. All right, we do Abelard. All right, we do this.
It will be. Follow my lead.
Okay, so if I do this.
Victory is imminent.
Wait, I thought this guy was supposed to... Interesting. All right. Are you actually taunted? He is actually taunted. Hell yeah.
Your soul be purged.
Okay, so he is actually immune this time. Oh no, I took 2 damage? Dude, I just... Oh, fuck. That's what I thought. Okay. Alrighty then. So we have this. Wait, why can't I shoot again? Here, let's do this. Let's do this. What's this again? Okay, that's fine. Dude, the fact that Ulfar is so impossible to hit is just wild to me.
can do that with the right incentive. Am I getting paid for this?
How much? Okay, dodge is like garbage. I think we just stop there. We can.
Melee across Akazbalikan.
Nice. Okay. All right. Kybala. I need you. Really? Okay, well that's fine. So wait, I want to do attack. Beautiful. Don't want to do that.
This goes against the tenets.
No, that's not what I wanted. I need to get her. There we go. There it is. There we go. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good job. Good job, genius. Yeah, we just kill you, right? We just like straight up kill you. Abelard just showing off how fucking busted he is yet again. Wait, I like actually can't. I broke it. I broke it. He's dead and he's still standing. Wait, I could do this. Right? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. 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 Hell yeah! Got him! Entirely necessary defensive buffs there. Entirely fucking necessary. Had to be done. Are we setting him on fire? Yeah, melt a weapon to finish it. Let's go. Let's go. The hulking carcass of the monster lies in front of you. The amber fire has left its baneful eyes, departed along with the last drops of foul blood oozing from its wounds. In the distance, Master Helmsman slowly regains consciousness. He immediately recoils from the dead creature, swearing profanely. Lord Captain, I'm guilty as charged. I was not myself. I fell for filthy Xenos' tricks like a green cabin boy. I make no excuses. I know the rules, and I request capital punishment. Strike off my head and be done with it. What happened to you? The renegade stormed the bridge and then brought that thing in. We held our ground, but as soon as the monster looked at us, my mind went blank. It was like being a puppet. Damn those Xenos tricks. There'll be no execution. You have a duty before the dynasty, and you will bear it. Then the old tub will have to put up with me a while longer. I appreciate your clemency, Lord Captain. The Master-at-Arms stands at attention, ignoring the wounds and burns covering her face and body. Lord Captain, the vessel has been secured. The mutineers in all compartments have lost the will to fight all at once. Some have fainted, while others have gone into shock or panic. I believe they sensed that their despicable overlord was dead. These things can dominate anyone's mind. I've heard about your contingency. Your foresight is commendable. I met Captain Klein on the freight line. He has showed great ingenuity and valor. 1 and 4 are the two most important, but where's the Infernus Master now? The traitor tried to finish me off. The entire traitor's bloodline should have been sealed in the tank of Fiaceline, thrown into the void and blown up a long time ago. The Horson has mounted defense in Bay 45F1, but my people have his gang cornered. We will get him soon enough. Oh. Her servo skull rattles to life and projects a hologram onto the deck. A blurred replica of Heinrich Montag stares at you, blood oozing from a wound on his temple. One of his hands is bound with a tourniquet, and he is lighting it. Is it Elho or Eho? Iho? A cigarette with the other. Hey, Bridge, do you copy? I see if you're not, it changed the access psalms. Are you celebrating your victory, Terry? You're a damn Xenos and a vile traitor, Montag. Also a liar and a manipulator. All of this is true, but it no longer matters. The Infernus Master appears serious, somber. The usual cheerful insolence has vanished from his face. I wanted you to see my face before I die, committed to memory. One day you will realize what sacrilege you have committed, and in that moment you will remember me. Nah, no I won't. You addled, pathetic ashbag, just do yourself a favor, give up the ghost, Heinrich. Remember you, Kraken Spawn? You're a brazen one. I'll compose a fine verse about this day, about the bloody battle and the victory over your abominable master. But you, spouter of lies and betrayer of humankind, there won't be a single line about you. Wait, what? Why, what is that? By killing your sire, did you feel that abomination die? Heinrich winces angrily. We all felt every single moment of the blessed angel's agony, and then he died, and our dream died with him. You snuffed it out and stomped on it like a cigarette, but now his song will not return to our dreams. The many-armed emperor will not see us. Oh, he's so sad. How'd he get here? He has been here a long time, longer than you or anyone else. His blessed feet crossed these decks centuries ago, when Theodora's predecessor still called himself Lord Captain. He came from the stars, where the many-armed emperor dwells to bear his word, but then he faced a great massacre at the hands of the wicked. And yet, the venerable sire kept his message safe and took refuge on this vessel, away from the persecution of heretics. When that false Lord Captain led our ancestors on board, the sire heard their pain and answered their pleas, blessing them with genetic purity. He protected us after that, joining our thoughts together into a single song. He was the true Lord Captain of this ship. What the hell was your plan? You don't know when to stop, do you? Fine, I'll tell you. We were close to our goal, a few more years, a few more pure converts to the true faith, but the spinners pulled that stunt with the bath, and you seized on their tip-off right away. When it came to the telepathic ritual, it became clear that you weren't going to leave us alone, and that we'd have to start the harvest season early. Our old Magus appeared to you during the rite and led you on a false trail. He lulled you into a false sense of security by throwing a small portion of our forces to the wolves and sacrificing himself to buy time to prepare for the harvest. We orchestrated the elevator accident, but you survived, and then I almost intercepted you there on the freight line, but the blood-spun web interfered again. You could have been part of us. Part of something great, something real, but you ruined everything. Were you born a human or an aberration? I am pure. My mother and father both trace their lineage back to the ones who received the gift of genetic perfection from the sire himself. Had there been a few more generations between us, I would have resembled the sire more closely, but each of us has their own calling. I look almost like a false believer. Which means that I was destined to be a spy among you. There's no sense in fighting anymore. You have already lost late on your weapons. And then what? Will you spare us? No. Wouldn't believe you if you had said otherwise. No, I'm not gonna fucking spare you. No. I know I'm a dead man walking, but there are unarmed people here with me, our families, who have neither the desire nor the ability to fight. Our children, our elderly, people like my sister and niece. Do you want their blood on your hands as well? Will you take revenge on them too, or is my life enough? If I let you go, you will only start scheming, killing, and infecting people again. No, we will merely fade away. The sire is dead, and his pure-blood offspring have been butchered. They alone, our pristine kin, could bestow the kiss that allowed his song to be heard. The orphans and widows are of no threat to anyone. Drop them off in any remote wilderness. Man, I'm supposed to be iconoclast, but it's like, dude... Their whole thing is lying and, like, deceiving, and... Nope, everyone dies. In that case, we will die together as a family. Yep. Have fun. You're shouting and gunfire in the background. Heinrich hastily finishes his final cigarette. Jocas's mongrels have begun their attack. It's time to say goodbye, Terry. It's a pity I couldn't share the blessing of purity with you and make you part of our family. A pity, too, that we couldn't kill you either. But we all must play the cards we are dealt. And now we take our leave the way our true masters of fire should. Oh wait, the way the true masters of fire should. By being shot in the face. The finger of truth has 3 sorrowful phalanges. One is shattered, but... Sharp beeping of detonators, a monstrous roar, and the projection disappears. For a while, the sound of flames crackles from the speaker before abruptly cutting off. Sourbeck mutters something into the comm bead, then hisses angrily. Thermal charges. The Void Rat blew up the compartment, along with himself and the entire assault team. Good riddance. Let him burn. Let him burn. That was the last pocket of resistance. The mutiny has been suppressed, Lord Captain. The enforcers are now carrying out a sweep of the compartments, and the officers are forming new repair crews to replace the Inferni. The ship's critical systems have been stabilized, and your throne has been liberated. Thousands of Dynasty subjects are waiting for your orders, so all that remains is for you to take the captain's throne and affirm your dominion. All hail, House von Valancius.
There are traitors everywhere, but enforcers and officers are still loyal to you. We are all...
Please? Oh my god, let me loot. I'll go through all that stuff here in a minute. Oh shit, we leveled up again.
Let us walk this path to the end.
56 is the highest level that you can get, right? We're like actually swiftly approaching level cap. It was like, yeah, 49. There's only 7 levels left. right, what do we got? We were doing perception because, of course, we were... Oh, I maxed perception. We're done with that? Okay. I mean, then we just continue doing ballistic skill, I guess. And you are an awareness person? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was doing persuasion. All right, this is an easy level. Okay, so we've maxed out strength. We've maxed out weapon spec or weapon skill. We were doing, wait, what? Awareness, because fuck it, why not? The more people that we have with decent awarenesses, the better. What did we do last time? Ballistic skill, but we're maxed on that now. Fellowship we're maxed on. Agility means literally nothing to this woman. I think something that she has scales off of intelligence, so I'm gonna start boosting that. Like, the only other ability that matters for her is toughness. Agility is useless because she goes first regardless. What did we get for hit? She was Lord Xenos. Oh, more Lord Xenos. Oh, hello, kitten. Hi, baby. Hi, buddy. Alright, you... Intelligentsia. And... Okay, so we are done with... awareness. We are done with... lore warp. Huh. Oh, fuck it. Alright. Why not? Why not boost up the logic a bit? Okay. So last time I got weapon skill, which was the final thing that I needed for that. Agility is done. I mean, I guess toughness? I guess we want to do toughness. Because I don't need strength because she does agi damage, right? I mean, I guess we could do carouse? I don't know. Fuck it. Like, the problem is I have so, like, Jai is just every skill. Right? Lore Imperium, Lore Xenos, Persuasion, Tech Use, Logic, fucking Commerce, Coercion, Medicae even, like, with 110. Like, obviously, Cabela is much higher on Medicae than her, but, like, even still. But, like... What was I boosting? I was boosting agility. We're done with that. I mean, I guess we could just, like, start doing ballistic skill and weapon skill, like, or something. Wait, doesn't he get a bonus to strength based on toughness? So we have athletics done. What was this? Demolition. Wait, really? Demolition? Why? I guess his demolition is pretty damn high. Alright, well, fuck it. There we go. What did we get? By the way, Psyker, hold up. Wearer can skip their turn to make an ally of their choice immune to all damage until the start of the wearer's next turn. Nope. After the wearer makes an area attack, they gain +4 MP. That's insanely huge for her, actually. Oh, but these fencing boots are so good. All right, what are your boots? Where are these boots? Gets 28 parry and rerolls failed dodge tests. Dude. After the wearer makes an area attack, they gain 4 MP and get to continue their move. Yeah, that's what I thought. I need a one-handed fucking gun for him. God damn it. What's this? Adeptus Astartes heavy armor proficiency rib suit. Whereas the attacker's critical hit chance against them is reduced by 20 +3 deflection. The wearer's toughness is more than 75. 75 versus 85, 6 versus 10, plus times 0.5 versus 75%. Garbage, 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 garbage. We have no Xenos in the entire party, so the wearer gains $10 characteristics. Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean this can't be? Cannot be a space marine? Wait, does it really? It literally says not that. What do you mean? Oh, must not have features Adeptus Astartes equipment. It doesn't say Space Marine, goddammit. I keep forgetting that Adeptus Astartes means Space Marine. But then, like, why can't anybody else use it? Literally nobody has bolter proficiency? Like, not even just, like, things to make them better. Literally can't. Only Argenta automatically has bolter proficiency. Oh. What are you, Strangler Weber? Bone Cracker. Every successful basic attack made with his mace inflicts a random trauma on the target. That's wild. Alright, what the fuck's ritual cut? Double damage targets. Oh, okay. That is a pattern chain sword. What are you? All right, well. Take the captain's throne. To all officers and crew members who have remained faithful to their vows of service, the ship is ours! Glory to the Von Valancius dynasty. I'm kind of surprised that we kill Montag basically off screen. Like, somebody who's that consistently through, like, an important character throughout the story over and over again. All right. Well, there we go. There we go, and there we have it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Why am I still getting... Why am I still getting the Vox calls from that? They need to stop. Lord Captain, we have arrived at Ftan for system. Our translation from the warp was a little rough. Net lost about 500 souls in the middle and service decks. The God Emperor knows how many wounded, but that's only half of it. The bearing boxes on the augers are sending me reports that aren't doing my mood any favors. Real space here has got more holes than a sieve, and all our senses are playing up. It's got to be sorcery. Okay. If I was you, I'd do what I came here to do, right sharpish, and clear out. Oh, we still can. I've seen the likes of this before in this same region. Maybe your sorcerers will be able to explain it better. But here's what I know. Shit like this never ends well. Got it. Promethium? I mean, we only have 26. I have 6 extractiums. The surface of the star shimmers with a myriad of hues. The dance of colors fascinates any who dare glance at it. The playful colored pattern appears on the vessel's augers in a wide variety of spectra, from infrared to ultraviolet. Every voidsman knows that such emissions are dangerous to organic matter, and Master Helmsman Ravor asks the crew to resist the desire to admire the star. Not everyone manages to follow his advice, and some crew members suffer from nausea and headaches. Leave the view. Heinrich von Kalloch spends as little time as possible in any area exposed to the star. Not knowing what exactly it is, the interrogator considers this light an unholy entity and advises everyone to stay away from it. Interesting. Nothing, huh? All right. Unknown ships. Oh, well, first off. Second off. If we're doing that, probably need... Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna go back. I'm not gonna quit out of the game entirely. I'm just gonna go back to the main menu. Hopefully that clears up the audio glitch. And we can just continue on. Imagine if that's just like a permanent thing that we have to deal with for the rest of the game. Them just screaming at us over the fucking box. Alright, unknown ships. Let's do this. Let's fucking go. What you got? What you got? Why is this? Why is it always the last 5% takes 3 years? Your guardian blocks some of your flagship's posts using an unknown Xenos power. Oh no! Alright, so what do we got? We got one here. 1-1. All right, so we got. Oh, okay, it's just it's basically just 3. Okay.
Helmsman, navigate us to the designated coordinates.
Um. Yeah, that's fine. Are they fucking leapfrogging their way over? What's happening here?
We have a destination to reach.
Got him. Okay. This fight is infinitely easier. Are you? There we go. Okay, easy speasy. Oh, and that got us to rank 10. Hell yeah. Okay. So what's the max rank for the ship? 11, 12, 13? It's such a weird number. Hmm. Overlays the enemy shields, redistributing with the weakest side facing the flagship. The enemy has a hollow field. Loses several of its charges. I think that's fine. And I also think that that's fine. Alright. Hooray, we did it. What do we get from this? Outside of a, Huh? Oh! This is a Forrest Heinrichs thing. Okay, that's fine. He can be there instead of Olvar. That's fine. Oh yeah, I remember why I was doing this now. Because I was like, wait, I could have sworn that this entire time I was like, I could have fucking sworn that I started the conversation with what's his face. Sure, why not? What was I getting? Agility? Athletic? Wait. Weapon skill. And then we can just do strength, right? Strength and lore. Oh, nope, not Xenos. Athletics. Awareness is. Oh, he has garbage awareness anyway. Coercion? Even though his coercion's kind of shit compared to basically everybody else. Okay. What do we got? The landing strip for cargo shuttles is strewn with rubbish. You notice a few reddish brown spots. Blood!
I spoke to Mistress Tolleman recently. Don't you think you're taking advantage of the Lord Captain's hospitality, Van Callox?
I assume you're referring to the small request I submitted to Vigdis. If so, then no. I'm not taking advantage. The matter is closed.
The vanquished aircraft obviously fell from a height. Too much time has passed now to determine the cause of the crash.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
The powerful smell of promethium lingers in the air around the burning mechanism. The machines were doused with the accelerant and set alight. So that tells me humans did this, not aliens. The spikes have been fashioned from whatever their creators had to hand. This pitiful barricade is unlikely to stop anyone who's determined to get through. Oh, wait. What you want? The sentry rubs her eyes and gulps at you. One half of her face is covered with a bulky, rusty augment of unknown purpose. You came to rescue us. Praise the God Emperor. It reached you. The sorcerer's message reached others like him. May he rest in peace. We are most honored by your presence. Please come forward quickly out of the darkness. The woman hurriedly checks a nearby lumen, her hands visibly shaking. Those creatures come from the dark, you see, but not for much longer. Not for much longer. And now you're here, and Mistress Lichtenheart has already found a way to help us. Continue. Heinrichs dourly listens to the sentry's speech. He takes a few steps forward and intently peers at her face, as the woman herself freezes in fear. Then Heinrich scowls and cuts a glance at you. We need to hurry. Yo, we finally got something decent. Even under the wavering lumens, you notice something strange. The slightly skewed proportions, the almost indiscernible asymmetry of her facial features. Looking at the other sentries, you see the same oddity in their faces too, and the fact that they are all wearing the same strange, ramshackle implants, which clearly are not combat augmetics. Heinrichs meet your eyes. Noticed, have you? Don't jump to any conclusions. It could be a local genetic anomaly. It could be something else. We can't say anything for sure. Yet. Hey, Iceman! No need to lie to yourself. You could feel it. There's no way you can't feel it. I could practically taste it in the air. Sorcery. First we had those flares in the system. Now this comely lot. Something here has been poking holes in the veil between real space and the warp. Something or someone. I have noted the system's idiosyncrasies, yes. I cannot say yet how it relates to the person who drew us here, if it is related at all. Iris plainly refuses to meet Adira's eyes. That's actually an interesting, like, interaction potential. Because I think when I had Heinrichs in the party before, I never had Adira. What's happening on the planet? It's terrible, my lord. I don't even know how to describe it. It's been, what? How long has it been? A few months, probably. A few months of being plagued by these sorcerous beasts. As soon as night fell, they came, creeping right out of the shadows. Black as soot, there's no stopping them. The only thing that's worked so far is keeping the fires burning and maintaining a constant watch. And even with that, the creatures drag us off in ones and twos. Ugh, the second we drop our guard. Sorcerous creatures from the shadows, could they be demons? That would explain the presence of warp anomalies in the system. A local breach? Well, I know of other creatures from the shadows, Master Van Calcazar, and so do you, for the Exalted One has granted you extensive knowledge of Xenos and everything related to them. This poor soul's descriptions had to be like the mandrakes that lurk in the webway. I don't know why you didn't come to the same conclusion yourself. I can understand the Iceman's thinking. Everything here reeks of the warp, as if it has been pricked full of holes deliberately, just like the system itself. No, sorcery is definitely at work on this planet. We just need to figure out where it came from. They do not appear to be very sturdy. Please, my lord, do you think we are trained guardsmen? We're from the expedition convoy. We've lived here for generations, and up to now, the God Emperor has guarded us from misfortune. But now we have to fight. The survivors have all gathered in the tunnel. We've handed out what weapons we have. And how is that supposed to help us against these butchers when we don't always know how to use our weapons? Mention an expedition? Yes, about 30 years back, we were brought here with a load of clever people from some high up adeptus of something or other. We've lived here ever since. I've raised 4 kids here. 2 died at the excavations. 1 was taken by the monsters, but my youngest is still, oh, well, either you're fucked or the kid is. What a life! Dragged to a planet in the middle of nowhere, dumped on a worthless excavation site that everyone else probably forgot about a long time ago. 3 out of 4 children are dead. It's called doing your duty, Mr. Sadari. You may not be familiar with the concept, but for most of the Imperium subjects, it is the honorable mundanity. Excavations. Perhaps the expedition, or rather its objectives, were what Emelina was interested in. Of course, the easiest option would be to ask her directly. Yes, okay, you fucking impatient dick. Wish to see her. Mistress Lichtenhardt is inside in the pit. You go on. Don't be afraid. She'll be there to properly greet you. We'll stand guard. Thanks be to the true Emperor for delivering you to us. I was about to say, before we go, 100%. There's at least an amount of loot out here. A giant gate barring the way to the excavation site. Chill. Where's it coming from? The creatures are coming. Weapons ready, and God Emperor preserve us. Wait, are they? It is mandrakes. All right. Do these two.
Tell me, and it is done.
Adira.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize. Anything else?
Already.
The whispers must be appeased. Be gone.
No way this guy just survived. Wait, what? Oh, shit!
There is movement in the Empyrean.
You lock to 1 HP and then take a free turn before they die, but that may only apply in melee. Interesting. Yeah, that's weird. Huh.
Darkness.
You come to take us away from this place?
Darkness everywhere. And it's all wrong. Watch where you tread. One misstep, and this doom will swallow you. Darkness is an ally of those who...
This altar would be unremarkable if not for the uncanny sound streaming from its built-in speakers. What once was a Vox recording is a liturgical service.
Here, the darkness is the enemy.
Shush, shush, I'm speaking. This altar would be unremarkable if not for the uncanny sound streaming from its built-in speakers. What once was a Vox recording of a liturgical service is now a malevolent parody of the noble faith. Damn. I knew it. I knew there'd be something in here. I knew it! Oh, I fucking knew it. Not to script charges do not need to fail. Ooh. That's so good for him. Target by an area. Is targeted by an attack of opportunity. They gain +1 stack of Swish Shroud. 6% dodge against this attack. The other town, the wearer expends all their Swift Shroud attacks to grant all allies 0. 5 times dodge until the wearer's next turn. That's kind of garbage. This, however, is quite good. Well, we got a 50-50. Strange debris is scattered. Did I get it? I did get it. Hell yeah. Strange debris is scattered across the table surface. Your attention is drawn to the whimsical patterns on the broken pottery and tablets. But when you try to take a closer look, the world starts to swim before your eyes. A conveyor belt littered with the mixture of stone chippings and fragments of human-made items. The rust on the mechanical components indicates that this machine has stood idle for a very long time. Why? Boxes stuffed full of shards of pottery, metal, and other discarded human-made objects, covered in a layer of soil. The powerful spell of Promethea. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, we already saw another one that said the exact same thing. Oh yeah, we already read that as well. The well goes so deep you cannot see the bottom. The walls of the shaft reveal the marks of the machinery that drilled through the rock, as well as fragments of an ancient sunken city. Didn't mean to do that. Primitive excavating equipment suitable for use by unskilled workers.
We should deal with this.
I knew it! I knew there was something. Alright, what do we got? Grimy handwritten notebook. The tattered notebook is missing part of its cover and half of its pages. The surviving sheets are covered with cramped lines of text that slope downward, written by an erratic hand. I still can't believe he's gone. Every time I'm at my post, I start peering into the darkness, and I think I see his shape in the gloom. Could the creatures have got into my head, beckoning me toward them so they could drag me off like they did Gandir? Lady Emelina says that these creatures, mandrakes? Drew he? Can't get inside people's heads. We all listen to Lady Emelina, of course, but I'm not so sure she's right about this. How else can I explain what happens every time I close my eyes? I see runes burning in the dark, the same runes that creature was covered in. Is it a hallucination, or someone getting inside my head? Heresy. Heresy outside, heresy inside. I hear laughter in the sermons we listen to in the chapel, but how is that possible? You're not supposed to laugh when you're at prayer, are you? No, laughing is bad. Praying more, that's good. Praying harder. Praying for the peace of Gandir's soul, and for ours too. All right, that's nice and totally not ominous at all. Symbols on the skin must bleed again. Hold them tight. Excuse me. God, Emperor, help me. The stooped figure draws back the hood of the grimy robe, revealing the emaciated face of a woman. Her skin is stretched taut over her skull in sickeningly protruding augmentations, and her cheek is marred with several open wounds. She looks at you with a feverish gleam in her eye. The visual description matches Interrogator Van Callox. The sage blinks several times, and her head twitches. We made it here after all. Yep, wrong button. Heinrich's usual mask of stoicism is melted away without a trace. He stares around him in undisguised dismay. Emelina? What is this? Performing the arch enemy's rituals? But no, stop right now. Not another move unless I tell you. The sage draws herself upright, as far as her crooked spine will allow, and flicks several switches on her facial augments. Then she turns to you, ignoring Heinrich's words completely. Who have you brought with you, Investigator von Callox? Clearance level? Terry von Valancius, Road Trader and God Emperor, is anointed. Emelina licked at heart, dips her head. Von Valancius, a Road Trader dynasty, territory to the galactic west of Furibundus. Head of the dynasty, Theodora von Valancius, has been flagged for heretical sentiments. Threat level. Brought the help you requested in your message, Emelina. A void ship under the aegis of the Rogue Trader. I dragged thousands of people and megatons of plasteel and ceramite through the bowels of the warp. And for what? Discover that you have sold yourself to the archenemy? You're drawing conclusions based on incomplete knowledge of the situation, Interrogator von Callox. Your judgment is impaired. Why is she addressing you like this? I expect that Emelina has chosen to seal the memory block containing data of her personal nature. She does this whenever she is concerned that someone might try to extract information about Calcazar's coterie from her. Heinrich thinks for a moment, and then in a clear voice says, Sigma Prosperity. He pauses before repeating the strange phrase. The reminiscence block you are attempting to access was repurposed. It now contains knowledge of the rituals performed by the shamans of this place. My standard working memory alone was insufficient to record all the nuances I had covered in my research here. Heinrich looks as though he's been punched in the gut. Emelina, you deleted all the data about the members of Calcazar? You wiped us all? Of course not. I retained the portion of the reminiscence block's data relating to the operational significance of the Lord Inquisitor's unit. That is how I was able to recognize you, Interrogator von Callox. Guy looks at Emelina, then at Heinrichs, then back at Emelina again. She opens and closes her mouth a few times, but the only thing she managed to say is stifled voices. I'm sorry, Shireen. Plus One Web is familiar with the practice of purging one's memory of all that gets in the way of duty. But the void that is left in place of the excised memories must be filled with service. Otherwise, corruption will flood the soul as it has flooded yours. What happened here? I came here on the supreme directive of the Lord Inquisitor. An Adeptus Historica mission was established on Phaeton 4 to study the origins of the civilization that once inhabited the planet. The world was once settled by humans. The mission aimed to discover which colony ship they came from and why they disappeared. The traces of the ancient culture uncovered in the layers of soil suggest the existence of primitive solar faiths among the dark inhabitants of this world. Faiths that are strikingly similar to worship of the archenemy. The surviving scrolls indicate that shamans used the gifts of chaos to protect their people, to secure the harvest, to imbue their warriors with strength and vitality, and that this culture persisted for thousands of years. I was cataloging data when the attacks began at one of the remote outposts. I immediately recognized the enemy by their tactics, Drakari. They chose an unremarkable, defenseless world where night lasts half the year. Jesus. By the time 5 outposts have been swallowed by the darkness, the last astropath had been torn to pieces, and many calls for help sent to Calcazar's unit had gone unanswered. I realized that no one was going to save these people or this knowledge, and so I put the knowledge to use for the good of humanity. That explains what we saw on our way here. Emelina glances at you, but she cannot bring herself, or does not consider it necessary, to ask you to elaborate. If I am to form an assessment of your actions, I must know the purpose of the ritual we interrupted when we arrived. Answer me. It will rid this world of its half-year-long night and the mandrakes of their total advantage over us. It will force a new heavenly body, this one of human making, to rise above the horizon and illuminate the dark side of the planet. If the ritual works, I will have mastered the secret of forging a new sun. This is madness. Madness, pride, and monstrous staggering heresy. Create a star? God Emperor's grace. What creatures could live in the light of a star born using the powers of the arch enemy? The chapel with the demented box cast. What is going on there? A side experiment. A way for exhausted and frightened people to find comfort in a higher power. However, I had the services stopped. Several people succumbed to the pernicious influence of the atmosphere and went insane, but the people blamed it on the voices from the box. You discovered a ritual for creating a sun? Buried under silica and granite are knowledge and resources that could repel the enemies of humanity. We are too afraid of anything labeled prohibited. My memory contains thousands upon thousands of pages from manuscripts, tomes, and scrolls. Contact with any of these is supposed to guarantee instant death, but the creatures who claim this are liars. I'm living proof of their falsehoods. What happened to the people here? All the survivors are here in this tunnel. The rest are dead, or worse than dead. They are in the clutches of the monsters from Kamarog. Our last astropath died when his mind was invaded by a warp entity. It used his side trail to hunt him down. The rest of the people here have been blessed with the protection of those forces that I summoned to our aid. That is enough. I've heard all the justification and complaints 100 times before. No purpose can justify what you have wrought here. Who have you become? Who have I become, Interrogator Von Kallax? I am what any agent of the Golden Throne is predestined to become if they are able to see through to the essence of things. I have, as the Puritans say, succumbed to the heresy of radicalization. Moreover, in doing so, I am only following in the footsteps of our mentor. The only difference is that I have chosen the path of the ablationists, while he chose the Xenos Hybris, forging an alliance with the cursed Drakari. What? Is this Gothic or... Wait, what? Emelina, suppress your urge to debate internal matters in the presence of the Rogue Trader. Additionally, I will not tolerate insults to the Lord Inquisitor in my presence. Listen in silence. Internal matters? You have such a slippery way with language, Interrogator Von Kallax. I detect your mentor's influence. His talent for manipulation and indoctrination is second to none. My reminiscence block of operational data contains numerous entities about the dutiful heir the Lord Inquisitor has molded for himself. I will not discuss that here and now. I caught you performing a dark ritual, Emelina. You're in no position to rail against Puritanism. Actions are being driven by this philosophy, Interrogator Von Kallax. Mine, yours, the Lord Inquisitor's. Why are you avoiding talking about the fact that Xavier Calcazar is a dangerous radical? No less dangerous than I am. Except I am not driven by utopian ideals, but by a desire to protect humanity. Using a broader range of tools. Oh, I'm starting to mumble a bit. What you call a broader range of tools is heresy, Emelina. Unremarkable, commonplace heresy. Heresy that has taken on a twisted form in a mind subjected to prolonged contact with corruption. The archenemy has been gnawing at you from within, creating a star with a chaos ritual? You've crossed the line. No, you've obliterated the line. The line? Lines are for the weak and ignorant. Anyone capable of weighing the risks and making a calculated decision would have done the same as me, to protect the Imperium's domain. To deliver a preemptive strike, even. Von Valancius, she whips around to you. You are a simple mortal endowed with huge power and privilege, ruling over worlds and holding millions of lives in the palm of your hand. Oh, that. Okay. Tell me, would you have done the same in my position? No. Blinkered vision and a narrow mind. A warrant of trade in the hands of such a person is a dangerous prospect indeed. The only one to answer my call, and you turn out to be a brainwashed pawn. I did not factor in the possibility of psychological dependence. Calcazar can be persuasive, especially to those who depend on him. A favorite sorcerer, a Casballian renegade. Oh yes, it's the Kallax. Xavier, Calcazar's stalwart little soldier. You'll die just like Tanakia. Emelina Iona Lichtenhart. Mechanics begin stiffly formal before breaking off. Tanakia? What do you know about Tanakia? You don't even know what Fate the Heller, do you? I suppose it won't hurt for you to know something of it. 3 hours later, we get done with this dialogue. We need to block all possible approaches. Light. We need light to dispel the shadows in the corners. Fuck. I have a very serious feeling that I am going to fall asleep in this fight. So we're gonna save that for tomorrow. We're gonna save this for tomorrow. So we will start tomorrow with this fight. Because I'm starting to flag real hard here. Lights go out, he goes bedtime. Yeah, I mean, like, you saw I was starting to do this, and I was starting to like mumble and just like slur my speech a bit. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. But we'll be back tomorrow. We will do this, and then we will get back to we'll get back to, what's the name? Footfall. That's the name of the place. We'll get back to footfall, not football. We'll get back to the NFL and we'll talk to Calcazar. At that point. Ugh. But before I go, plans for the next week, right? As always. As normal tomorrow, more Rogue Trader. No stream Sunday, Monday. As per usual. Tuesday and Wednesday next week, we will be doing more Final Fantasy IX. We got through the Ice Cavern. I don't remember the name of the little village that we run into next, but we are standing right next to that little village, so that's where we will start on Tuesday. And yeah, we'll be playing through that Tuesday, Wednesday, and then no stream Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, more Rogue Trader. Yay! But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. If you are on the YouTube side of things, you have not done so already, I'd very much appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. If you are on Kick or Rumble, you haven't done so, hit that follow button. If you're on Rumble or YouTube and you haven't done so, hit that like button. Yeah. Do all those things, or not, as you wish. And if you would like to financially support the stream, there are multiple options. On YouTube and Rumble, I do have links to my Patreon, my Throne, in the description. And I also have paid subscriptions available on Rumble and Kick. Any of that, obviously, regardless of whether you choose to do any of that stuff, thank you, everybody, for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I hope y'all have a good evening. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.